Mic test, testing mic. Hello, hello.
Okay. Wait.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live talk show, Green Talks. I will be your host today. My name is JC. Now, have you ever thought about how much takeout you consume every single week? Have you considered the impact it has on your health, finances, and the environment? Today, we will explore why cooking at home is not only healthier as a choice, but also a more eco friendly and budget friendly alternative compared to regular takeout. In this episode, we will have a special guest who will share insights on the benefits of home cooked meals, along with a fun cooking challenge that you will be sure to not want to miss. So, strap up, lean back, relax, and get ready because today we'll be diving into a journey towards a healthier and more sustainable lifestyle.
Are you someone who relies on takeout every day? Do you often order food just because it's convenient, even if you don't know what's really in it? The food delivery industry has grown rapidly in recent years, making our lives easier than ever. But behind this convenience lie hidden risks. Many restaurant meals are high in salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats, increasing the risk of high blood pressure and heart disease. To cut costs, some restaurants use low-quality ingredients, reheat old food, or reuse cooking oil beyond its safe limit. When we order takeout, we don't see this process, we only see the final dish. Beyond healthy concerns, takeout also contributes to a major environmental crisis. Each meal comes with plastic containers, disposable cutlery, and packaging waste, most of which ends up in landfills or oceans. In China alone, over 1 million tons of plastic waste are generated by takeout every year. These plastics can take hundreds of years to decompose. So how can we eat healthier while reducing our environmental impact? The answer is simple: cook for yourself. When we prepare our own meals, we control the ingredient, ensuring our food is fresh and free from unnecessary additives. Home-cooked meals are also more nutritious because we can balance proteins, vegetables, and carbohydrates. In addition to being healthier, cooking at home is also more cost-effective. The money spent on one takeout meal could buy ingredients for multiple homemade dishes. Many people say cooking takes so much time, but in reality, with the right approach, a healthy and delicious meal can be prepared in just 30 minutes. We don't have to eliminate takeout completely, but we can reduce how often we rely on it. Cutting back on takeout just once a week can make a difference. So why not start today? Try making one simple dish and enjoy satisfaction of creating something with your own hands. Your healthy is your choice, one meal at a time. Are you ready?
Now, here joining with me today is our special guest. Now, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Keegan. I'm doing mass communication in a degree right now, and still in my first year. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, nice to have you here in the studio with us today.
Of course.
So you are going to be our guest to give us some sharings about how cooking helps with sustainability in life. And so to start off, I have a question for you. So how do you contribute to our environment through sustainable living by cooking at home?
I think it's just that once you're out of the house and you
Right.
eat more outdoor food, it just becomes more not unhealthy for you. It's unhealthy for the environment. And by staying at home, I think by using biodegradable items,
Mm.
by using natural homegrown ingredients,
Uh-huh,
it
uh-huh.
definitely helps with getting a better mindset on all of this discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand like with takeout as well, there's the whole issue of like the packaging.
Yes.
Yeah.
The packaging.
What do you think like that, do you think that contributes to the environmental pollution in any way? Because I understand that people have been trying to improve like in food packagings by turning to like cardboard packaging instead of like polystyrene, but you still insist that that is still something that's bad for the environment, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I would say that probably it's very convenient to want to say that you can get a packaged food and bring it back home to eat. But at the same time, it also can be as easy, just it makes you procrastinate to cook for yourself at home.
Right, right.
Because it's way much more difficult, but it is better. It is healthier.
it
It's
is
better for
healthier.
everyone.
Better for my wallet as well.
Yes.
All right, speaking of better things, let's move on to a better question here that I have in my hand. What is one thing about sustainable living that you wish more people knew?
Better thing about sustainable living. I wish people were more aware of the consequences of their actions that affects the environment around them.
Even with small actions.
Yeah, even with small actions, whether you're just throwing the wrong bottle into the wrong bin,
Right.
whether you are doing something that might damage the environment, but it won't affect you.
Right, right.
It still ends up being a kind of cycle where it's harming something or it's harming
Right.
something else, and at the end of the day, no one is happy.
Right, it's like a small change that
Yes.
gradually snowballs towards like the wrong side that we're trying to pivot
Yes.
to. Right, so speaking about like the changes that people can do in their lives with how cooking helps with sustainability, what do you think makes cooking such a better alternative to like takeout food and packaged food?
I think cooking overall, well, for starters, ever since we're kids, it's much more of it means home.
Right.
Because you cook at home, it
Right.
means that there is this kind of solace, this kind of comfort that you have to be around food that you are familiar with and
Right.
in a place that you're familiar
Right.
with. And also to realize that what you're doing is not only for the comfort of yourself, but also for the comfort of the world around you.
That is so true, especially when it comes to. I remember you telling me this about the journey that ingredients take to get to our plate. When it comes to food, especially with food that is processed or food that is like meat-based food,
Yes.
they usually takes a longer journey to get to our plates, and that creates a higher carbon footprint, like you said
Yes,
earlier
yes.
off the show. Speaking of the next question here, I have. Let me ask you this: what if I can't cook? Right? How else can I be environmentally friendly in my interactions with food? So I'm a terrible cook. No, most people don't know this, but I'm a terrible cook. I do not cook well. My lovely, lovely mother cooks for me.
Yes.
But if I can't cook, what can I do to help like better the environment in my own way?
I would say maybe to understand that people around you still cook, people around you still eat,
Right.
right? It is part of our daily lives, whether it's your family or your friends. It's definitely a part of the relationship that you have with them that is connected to the things that you share in common, which is eating food, which is cooking together. And that's one thing that we have to spread awareness of how it affects. Like I said, it's really a two-way street when it comes to your relationship with food, whether it's helping you
Right.
and whether it's affecting the food itself and how that food affects the environment that we have taken it from. But at the end of the day, we still have to realize that the food will always be on earth together with us as
Right.
much as we are.
Even the waste.
So yes, so it deserves to be discussed about as much as we discuss about ourselves.
Right, right. I do want to point out though, I don't cook, but I do eat. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
like you said, I relate to the point where like if you can't do something, do what you can.
Yes.
So when you do what you can, like make sure you finish all the food on your plate. Make sure that you don't create extra waste, and make sure that you eat with the people that you love, and
Yes.
spread awareness.
Yes.
That's what I can do. So if I can't cook, I guess that's something that I can do for people at home as well who want to learn about what we can do, like whether or not you cook, to better the environment around us. Now we're gonna take a really short break, like about 15 seconds, like catch our breath, and I'll be right back to you really soon once again, and stay tuned. I'm gonna move on. All right, now going back to me in the studio, we have Keegan with us. Can you remind us who you are, Keegan?
Okay, my name is Keegan. I am doing my my first year of my final semester in mass communication in my degree in UCSI right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, and you're a person who cooks at home to create a better change for the environment.
Yes, I am.
So I'm going to ask you a bit of a personal-ish question.
Okay.
Which is how often do you cook, and do you cook for yourself? What types of things do you cook, like in a day?
Okay. I will admit that I am not the best daily cook. Now, okay, so I am at school a lot. I am outside a lot with my
Right.
friends and my family, and especially when you're living in a city like Kuala Lumpur,
Yep.
it's kind of hard to not cook at home and not eat the food outside.
Right, yeah.
So, I will say that I try to cook at home when I can. If I'm in the mood for it, I definitely do it. But at the same time, if I'm cooking, I like to cook with friends. I like to cook with family and for friends and for family. So, food
For
is
friends
love.
and family.
Yes.
How many people do you usually cook for? Is it like a, I don't know, family size, like
Mhm.
5? Or is it more like, oh, me and my roomies, like 3 people?
Well, it's definitely easier to cook for yourself,
Mhm.
and it's easy to cook for you and someone else.
Right.
But when it comes to a large group of people, whether it's your group of friends or your family,
Right.
it becomes a bit more difficult. But I think that's the fun of it, the process of doing
Right.
everything, knowing that you're chopping each vegetable, you're boiling each soup for a group of people.
It feels like a Pixar film.
Yes.
Or you're
Family,
imbuing
unity.
the memories into
Yes,
every move
yes.
you make.
The sounds.
Well, when it comes to the food that you do cook, though,
Mhm.
what types of dishes do you usually cook at home?
Okay, so I'll admit the kinds of stuff I cook at home are ramen. They're instant
They're
ramen.
simple.
Yes, they are very simple.
Me too, guilty.
So, when I try to actually cook something beyond boiling something,
Right.
I think I would definitely. I'm more of a baking person. I like to bake,
Ooh.
so I will say that whether it's cookies or cakes or crumbles and stuff like that,
Right.
I definitely want to do something that makes me happy.
Mm,
That it's not only the process of getting there, but also the end result and the taste of
Right.
it.
right.
Yes.
The taste of it. I mean, baking is really different from cooking, though.
Yes.
Right, I understand. Do you think that baking is like harder than cooking?
Now, I think if we were to base it in this topic, I were
Right.
to say that definitely baking also has its effects on the environment.
Yes.
Same as food does, because it is still we are still using food to make something out of it. But I feel with baking, it's much more homey than cooking. There is this kind of presence that I feel that it reminds me of my mother, because when I was
Aw.
younger, my mom would bake a lot, and those pastries, those cakes that she would make, it really reminds me of my constant relationship that I have with
Aw.
food and family.
Isn't that wholesome?
So yeah.
That is very nice. Okay, now, but I want to come back to you and cooking.
Yes.
Because, yeah, baking and cooking, they have their differences. But they
Yes.
both use, like, ingredients. They both have the process. Now, I want to ask, like, as a person in your life who chooses to cook at home a little bit more, as much as you can, why is it important for us to take care of the environment individually through such small steps as cooking? Because I imagine that a single person's effort, especially when you're doing it in that moment, like you said, like sometimes it doesn't feel like it's very impactful. It doesn't feel like a big deal. It doesn't feel like it's gonna create any waves or influences. Why do you think it's so important, though, for us to continue to make those little changes and choices?
Well, this is the thing. If we want everything to change, we have to be the change ourselves. We can't look towards everybody and ask them to change if we're still staying at the same place ourselves. So it's always best to start small and start growing to a bigger kind of mass thing. And if you were to just show a single example of doing the right thing for the environment to help this relationship that we have with cooking,
Right.
it will definitely affect more people, and the more people you affect, the better it is.
Right, true. Especially when it comes to like small ways. You know, like I have a friend who is vegan, actually.
Yes.
And she like influenced me to try to like increase my vegetable intake compared to my meat intake, because I remember learning through her that when you like eat foods, the waste we create, there's inevitably
Yes.
always there's going to be waste. Like especially even if you clean up your plate, right? There's still gonna be food waste in the cooking process. So when it comes to like food waste in the cooking process, I remember hearing this from my friend, and how she influenced me was that she like told me that, oh, you gotta like try to waste more vegetables than meat if you're gonna waste any, because
Yes.
like vegetables in landfills, as she said, like it's less harmful than meat like foods. And it really like puts into perspective not just like the aspects of like the process of food making and the process of like eating and like cleaning up that impacts the environment, the logistics of how our ingredients come to us, the whole process of like cleaning up a plate, or like the food being transported to landfills, food waste. It's very insightful for you to open up your mind to the whole process beyond what you can see. So it's like, in that sense, I really commend what you say, like make your whole influences like happen. Make sure to make your own change. And on that point, we'll be right back with us with a little game that I'm going to challenge our dear guests to really, really soon here. So stay tuned, stay buckled up. Okay, now back in the studio here with me, Keegan again. I want to introduce yourself one more time for us.
Okay, guys. My name is Keegan.
Haven't got enough of you.
Okay, yeah, you guys need more of me.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm doing mass communication as my degree in UCSI, and super happy to be here.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So here in front of us, as you can see here in the studio, we have a board. So this is going to be a very special board. It has some statements on here.
Okay.
There are 5 statements, and they're true false statements. So you're going to have to read through these and answer one by one with this blue pen what you think, if it's a true statement or if it's a false statement. Can you read the first statement for everyone here?
Sure, okay. Instant noodles are unhealthy and harm the stomach.
Instant noodles are unhealthy and harm the stomach. What do you think?
Okay, so...
It could either be true or it could be false. How are you going to dissect this?
So, instant noodles are like my partner, because I really do love them.
Mm-hmm.
But, yes, it's true that it's unhealthy, and yes, I think it does harm the stomach, but then again, it doesn't harm the heart. It's a connection.
Okay, so
I
in my
would say-
hands, I will have the answers with me,
Okay,
and I will let you know if your true love, instant noodles, is harmful for you.
okay,
Do you want to lock in on your answer for me here on the side?
okay. So I would say, unhealthy and harm the stomach.
Are you sure? Do you not have that much of a good relationship with your partner?
Honesty, open communication. Okay, so I just write my answer.
You can write your answer.
Okay.
I'll let you know if it's correct or not. Okay. First one you say true. The first answer is actually false.
Oh.
Oh, I can't open this. You big strong man, can you help me open this?
Okay.
It was really tight there, isn't
Yes.
it? Okay. So, this is wrong. It's actually false. Why do you think that instant noodles are unhealthy or harm the stomach?
Well, I would say it's because, Well, now I'm definitely finding out that
Right.
it's false.
False, right. But,
But
what made you think it was true?
What makes you think it was true? I think growing up, people were just really hesitant
Right.
towards recommending you to eat instant noodles.
Right.
And it definitely is a kind of cheap meal when it comes to wanting to eat something healthy.
Right.
And it's quick, it's convenient,
Right.
but not all things come perfectly. So
True. So
I do understand
instant
that,
noodles
yes.
are not actually unhealthy or harm the stomach. It's actually because instant noodles don't directly harm the stomach, but they are just high in salt and fat and lack fiber. So eating them occasionally is fine, so don't worry, eating them occasionally is okay. But for a more balanced meal, add vegetables, eggs, or lean meat. So it's okay as a base, but you need to have a little bit of something with your relationship there.
Okay, spice it up.
Spice it up,
Okay.
exactly, right. Now to the second one. Can
Yeah.
you read that out for us?
Fruits provide vitamins but cannot replace vegetables.
What do you think?
Vitamins but cannot replace vegetables. I think that both fruits and vegetables have their pros.
Right?
And I think those pros are two very separate ones that all together make up what makes your body healthy.
But they're put together in the food pyramid though, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right, they're put together in the food pyramid. What do you think though?
Personally, I still eat fruits and vegetables because I think it's a +2 in health.
Okay.
Okay, so for this, I would say false.
Okay.
I would say it's false.
You want to
Cannot
write it?
replace.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Just an F will be fine.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna jump ahead because we are running low on time.
Okay.
But drinking overnight water causes cancer.
Drinking overnight water causes cancer. No, I really doubt this. this is really
A hoax.
Oh, no, so false. I
Okay.
really say it's false. Okay.
What's the next one?
Okay. Eating fruit immediately after a meal aids digestion.
I have this habit though.
Yes, so as a Chinese person, you know, we love eating fruits after meals.
Right.
But at the same time, I haven't actually thought about this, whether it actually helps or not. But personally for me, I think it does, so I would say it's true.
True. Okay.
Yes.
Last one. So you got a preview of how this works.
Okay.
Okay, last
Okay.
Mhm.
Frozen fruits have no nutrients.
one. Right.
Well, I do think that they have nutrients. I just don't think it can directly enter your body if you were to consume it while frozen. So, for that, I would say false.
That is a very. Now that's gonna give me a hard time marking you. Okay, I'm gonna give you your answers. So the
Okay.
first one: fruits provide vitamins but
Mhm.
cannot replace vegetables. Being false. The actual answer is true. Fruits provide vitamins but cannot replace vegetables. Fruits cannot replace vegetables.
Fruits cannot replace. Oh!
Yeah!
Sorry.
You got the right answer up here, but not down there.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, fruits provide vitamins. They are rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, but they lack essential minerals and fiber compared to vegetables.
Yeah.
Vegetables provide vitamin K, folic acid, magnesium, and calcium, all crucial for health. A balanced diet should include 300 to 500 grams of vegetables and 200 to 350 grams of fruits per day.
Einstein.
That is a lot.
Wow.
You know, without this phone in my hand, I would really seem more smart than I am.
Yes. No. Okay.
Okay,
Next.
so that's the second one. The
Okay.
third one, drinking overnight water causes cancer.
Mm.
Congratulations, you got your first question right! Right, so if stored properly, sealed away from direct sunlight, and not exposed to air for long periods of time, drinking overnight water does not cause cancer. So drinking overnight water is safe. However, long-term exposure to air may cause bacterial contamination. Tea-infused water oxidizes and tastes bad, but does not cause cancer. For your next two questions, you got them both right as well. Congratulations.
Okay, 3 out of 5. That's not
Right,
bad.
so eating
That's
foods
not
immediately
bad.
after a meal does help digest.
Okay.
So we're great, we're on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
And frozen foods do actually have nutrients when you eat them when they're not frozen. Exactly. So that's right. So congratulations for getting half-ish of our answers correct. Good job. And now we're gonna go back to our live crossover where we're gonna look at a special challenge of live cooking with our other staff members, and we're gonna be having some fun before we come back with our second guest. Stay tuned and stay with us.
Okay, so now, uh, so now we can cut the candle off using the knife to make it into smaller to make it better to melt. So when you're using the knife, be careful, don't knife your hand. So pour it into a container first before you pour into the heater. Okay, so you can heat up your container first before you pour inside. It's make it better to melt. So if you want to make it melt faster, you can prepare a hot air gun, but this one is not needed lah. Okay, once you're done, you can pour the coffee powder. Then pour the melted. Yep, you stir. So you can decide how many coffee ground you want to be inside. Then you can pour inside the container. So you need to put it like for 2 days to make it done. Lah. So now we will do the lemon part. So you use the lemon, and we just need the layer part. So this is where the lemon smells nice. We just need this part, and the white color is why we taste the lemon or bitter. Okay, so once you're done, so we need to add more the candles. Then you can put inside the water with the lemon skin. So if you not melted the candle long enough, it will become like this. So you can press gently, okay, and wait until it dry. So this is the candle of today, and I will pass it to the host. Unique footwear is not just as physical as it seems, all you need to do is look at things from a different perspective. And we can find new use for many items we usually throw away. Today, coffee ground and lemon peel from just a small example. In the future, we can explore more ways to fresh ideas such as using fruit peels and make natural cleaner or repurposing leftover rice to create handmade paper. I hope today's DIY session has inspired you to think more creatively and sustainably. Let's work together to make more eco-friendly and innovative. See you next time.
All right. Now back to us in the studio. We have our special guest here with us. Special guest, can you please introduce yourself to us?
Hi, my name is Venetia Koo. Okay, I'm a retiree. I own a cafe, Mama Shokudo Cafe at Rihanna South Condominium.
All right. And I understand that you make your own fertilizer with coffee beans.
Yes, the used coffee beans.
Used coffee beans. Okay. So to get to know more about you, I have some questions prepared for you. The same the ones that I sent you before. So let's start with question 1. So, how do you balance running a cafe with managing your household?
Oh, okay. For me, that's not too much of a problem because I'm a mother, empty nest mother. Okay, my children have grown up and they have started working. They have gotten married. Okay,
Oh,
so
nice.
I am pretty much
Free.
free.
you
So
have time.
I have time for my cafe and my free time for myself.
Oh, that's nice. Do you like spend most of your time at the cafe or?
I would say when I'm around in KL,
Yeah.
I do spend
Majority.
half the time in
Half
the
the time,
cafe,
oh.
but when I travel,
Yeah.
then of course I won't be
Yeah,
around.
right.
Yeah,
When you
because,
travel outstation,
I travel overseas most of the
Overseas?
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
nice.
So
the cafe will miss you lah.
yes.
The cafe will miss you. Okay, now on to our second question. So, you have a unique practice of using used coffee powder as fertilizer for your plants. How did you come up with this idea and how has it benefited your plants?
Oh, actually, this idea did not come from me. Okay. Actually, I got to know that coffee
Right, coffee bean idea. Powder.
used coffee powder can be very good fertilizer. After I joined gardening group called Clan
Ooh.
Valley Plant Acquisition. Okay, so I joined the group, and then from the group I got to know that I mean a bunch of the us
Right.
like to
Do coffee.
do something, create our own fertilizer, so we share with each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's how you learn the taste.
Yes, that's how I learned.
Right. Have you seen any changes with like using the coffee powder fertilizer on your plants? Like did the plants like more blossom ke or?
I would say maybe I'm not hardworking enough yet. Yeah, because but there's another thing that I did, okay, which probably works even better. Okay, another one is using food waste to do compost as soil.
Right. Because
That
it's a cafe, it has the food waste as well from the cooking.
actually I did not. I did that at home. I'm not doing it at the cafe yet.
Start small, right?
Because I don't know, I got to train my staff to
Oh.
separate the waste, so I have not started that at my cafe. Yeah.
But then you also use food waste on top of that, the fertilizer part, because I understand that you're using used coffee powder in the fertilizer, and then at home you're experimenting with using food waste.
Yes,
in the
food waste,
fertilizer.
like we peel off the potato skin, or everything can
It's
go to the
substituting
compost.
lah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go out and
Vegetable
buy.
waste, most of the
Yeah.
time vegetable waste are good. Yeah.
Are good for the
Eggshells. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so our next question. As a cafe owner, how do you manage food waste in your business? And do you have any strategies to minimize food waste, or maybe like in the household also can?
I would say at the cafe, I think there's a lot more to improve there yet.
I mean, like
Okay.
other patrons are eating, right? The customers
Yes,
eating, not like you can
yes.
control them also.
Yeah,
Finish
but
your plate.
doing compost part, I have not introduced it in my cafe for fear of the maybe smell or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not doing it at my
Yeah.
cafe. Yeah.
But at home, you
At
do
home,
that.
I do. Yes.
How do you minimize food waste at home?
how do I minimize? Okay,
Finish all the food.
yeah, try to finish all the food.
Yeah.
Don't cook too much. Okay, don't cook too much, and then also the certain things. Okay, like in order to reduce food waste, sometimes I change the recipe.
Ooh.
So the like reducing the portion. Yeah.
Do you ever, when you talk about changing the recipe, try to incorporate, like, let's say, parts of an ingredient that are not used into the dish? So it's kind of like, because I remember some vegetables you just use the leaf, but then like the stems you're not using. Do you make changes that way, or how do you mean by changing the recipe?
Changing the recipes. Okay, so I would say that okay, so for example the baking. Okay, baking. Let's say when I do the frosting for the cake,
Right.
and I try to make sure that whatever frosting I make is exactly enough for the cake. Okay, so that there's no extra. Yeah, but if really there is some extra, then I maybe use the extra for making buns. I make bread as
So
well.
you make
okay.
use of the extra,
Yes.
so then there's lesser things to waste lah.
Yes, correct.
Ah, that's great. Okay, now we're gonna get back to you with our next question really, really soon later afterwards. Because for now, we're gonna take a really quick break, and then we're gonna take like 15 seconds, like take a breather, and then we're gonna come back to us really soon in the studio. So stay tuned, stay with us. We'll be back with you soon.
Okay, switch.
Okay, welcome back to us in the studio. Now here with us is our special guest. Can you introduce yourself again for us?
Hi, my name is Venetia. I am a cafe owner. I own the Mama Shokuro Cafe at Rihanna South Condominium.
All right, Venetia, now we're going to move on to our questions with you. So, our next question for you is, what inspired you to start your cafe, and how do you incorporate your passion for cooking into your business?
Oh, okay. What inspired me to
Start the
start a cafe? First of all, I am a cafe hopper. I like to go to different cafes to
Enjoy the
enjoy have a
ambience.
afternoon tea and things like that. Okay, so because I enjoy that a lot.
Right.
Okay, so each time I go to nice places, I somehow have this feeling that one day I want to have something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to make it yourself. How did you incorporate cooking into that business? Though?
My cooking, okay, I introduce some of my own recipes. Okay, so I do the cooking,
Right.
and then my staff will carry on. Okay, I share with them how to do it, and there are some other cooking also. I prepare the sauce, and they do the cooking.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. So it's like very homemade feeling. Ah, that's so
Yes.
nice. Okay, now let's move on to our next question. So, do you think home cooked meals are better than takeout, both for the health and the environment? Home cooked meals.
Home cooked meals is yes, I do agree that home cooked meals will be better for health.
Yeah.
And definitely much better for the environment, because I think takeout food, the biggest problem is packaging material. Okay,
true,
that
true.
can be a lot of harm to the environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Especially when I see like back then when I buy like pasar malam food when I was a younger kid, especially our Wednesday pasar malam out here, they use a lot of polystyrene back then.
Yes.
And also every single dish you get from a different style, there's a plastic bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think on top of that, there's another thing, big impact
Right?
on your pocket as well.
Yeah. I only have so much pocket money.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, preparing eat something simple.
Right.
Okay. Like for me, when my children went to the university, I always grumble. I say, why don't you just cook yourself? I mean,
It looks
prepare the
simple
food yourself.
enough
It's
to
so
do at home,
simple.
what?
Yeah. But actually, it's not as difficult as it seems. Just there are a lot of recipes out there
Online,
that you can do for quick preparation, like under 10 minutes. Okay, you can find recipes like that,
Right.
and you can even find the recipes within 30 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. So
College friendly,
yes,
budget
yes,
friendly.
yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next question here. We're almost done with these.
What are some simple tips you can share for people who want to start cooking more at home and reduce their reliance on takeout, especially for people like me who are really bad at cooking?
Okay. I would say that start on something with less complicated ingredients. So that will be a lot easier to manage.
Yeah.
Because if you are not persistent in doing that, you end up buying a lot of condiments
Yeah.
and not use them, and that will be bigger wastage.
Yeah, true. And then
Yeah.
it expires and you never use again.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Less
something
complicated.
basic, go for recipes which require pretty basic ingredients. Just a few of those can prepare a meal. That sort of recipes.
So that it also helps you to get started lah. Also.
Yes, correct.
Okay, right. So going to our next question. Do you have any favorite recipes or dishes that you love to cook at home, and can you share one with us?
One of my favorite is Japanese gyudon.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's very simple. Okay. Yeah, so it's like
Is it like the wrapped dumpling type or?
no, it's a bit a bit soupy, and then you put the
Noodles,
meat
are they?
beef
Oh,
in, okay, and then you just spread it, and then okay, just basically you just put all the marinade together, and then cook the onions,
Yes.
and then a bit of soupy thing,
the
okay,
sauce.
and then
Oh, it's,
And then when it
just
is cooked-
like a meat.
mhm.
No,
Yeah.
is there any rice? Is there any like?
Yeah, you cook the rice separately.
separately.
But
But the
that one
meat
to
inside was
serve,
called the gyudon.
yeah, the one to serve on the rice
Oh.
will give you a good meal already.
Yeah, exactly. Just cook that one. Cook rice, not that hard. Simple,
Yes.
one meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, it sounds delicious, honestly. Yeah, they haven't feed me, I need to eat later. Okay, now on to one of our last questions with you before we move on later on. What role do you think small businesses like your cafe can play in promoting sustainability and reducing food waste?
This one actually, no, to be honest, I have not thought much, not thought too
We're
much
starting
about
now.
it. Yeah, I can start thinking now.
Right, I
Yeah.
mean, of course, there's also, in a sense...
Oh, okay. One of the things that
Yeah.
I changed was last time I used to use plastic packaging. Then I changed it to the cardboard type. So that was one of the things that I changed.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
But actually, another idea that I have, but
Yes.
I have not implemented because I thought maybe quite troublesome for the customers. If they can bring their own Tupperware or something, is even better.
Oh, yeah, the whole like bring your own bottle, bring your
Yeah,
own Tupperware.
correct.
Oh, that is a good thing to implement. I think
But-
that'd be nice.
But not. I don't know how it's going to work.
I believe when we try, we'll know. All right, speaking of trying, we're going to try to have a little break, and then we're going to come back to you afterwards and have a little game session with Venetia here. So stay tuned and stay with us. Right, now back to us in the studio. We have a new game board, and here with me is Venetia, and she is going to have a bit of a challenge today. So this is your marker. Now you're gonna be blue, and I'll be the red because I'm the teacher who's gonna mark you. So your challenge
Okay.
today is to find out the origins of these dishes. These are their names, and this is what they look like. And you're supposed to match, like draw lines lah, to which country you think they are from. I have the correct answers with me here, but I'll only let you know after you've completed this small exercise. Okay, so you want to start with the first one?
This one, I
Like
think
that.
I cannot go wrong.
Yeah, if you go wrong, then you have to really like look at your citizenship again.
This one,
Right. Mhm. Wow. If only I can finish my assignment this fast, you know? I wish I can finish my assignment this fast. Okay, so you selected the first one. So I'm gonna mark these for you. First one, Malaysian nasi lemak. Yeah, of course, right? If you don't know this, then why are we still here?
Then we cannot call ourselves
Malaysian
Malaysians
anymore. So like, huh, nasi lemak, where from? Okay, so when I mark these, I'm gonna share with you some facts about this dish. So nasi lemak, of course, as we know, is Malaysia's national dish, our national breakfast. Now, this is a defining feature of nasi lemak, the rice cooked in coconut milk. Now, which gives a fragrant and creamy texture. It is traditionally served with sambal, the one that you see on the side here, spicy chili paste, fried anchovies, the fish in the front here, and then cucumber at the back here and behind, peanuts the side, and then fried egg over here. This is boiled, supposed to be fried, huh? Or curry chicken, creating a rich and flavorful combination. Okay, so if you had to eat the same breakfast every day, would you choose nasi lemak?
Most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you choose nasi lemak. Okay, but do you know the difference between Malaysian and Singaporean nasi lemak?
Oh, that I do not know.
I do not know.
Okay.
I also don't know until I have this in my hand. Singaporean versions are milder, while Malaysian ones are actually spicier.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we do the sambal better. We do the sambal better. Okay, now for the next one, I'm gonna mark Mexico to guacamole. This is correct. So I saw this and immediately I'm like, oh, Mexico food. And then I'm thinking like, wow, I want to eat also. But then I also thought, okay, maybe it's a bit spicy because my spice tolerance is very bad. But okay, on the subject of guacamole. Guacamole is made by mashing avocados with lime juice. So there's your lime juice right there. With onions as well as tomatoes and cilantro. It is commonly served with tortilla chips or tacos, giving it a creamy, tangy, and refreshing flavor. Now, do you think avocados are a fruit or a vegetable, in your opinion?
Good question. I never thought about
Right?
that.
It's like asking if
But
tomatoes are
it's more like fruit to me.
Right, it's more like fruits. Okay, you're correct. It is a fruit.
Uh-huh.
When I tried to cut avocado for the first time, I don't know. It's like it gives me the same feeling as tomato.
Oh.
Because it's fruits usually are juicy, but avocados not. They're not that. Not to say that they're not juicy, but that you're not gonna get avocado juice. Yeah. So I almost thought they were vegetable ones.
Avocado juice is nice.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I should try that sometime.
You can blend it
Yeah.
and make avocado juice.
I should try that sometime because I have an avocado that's rotting in my fridge right now.
Avocado actually has a very high nutritional values.
Yeah. That's why I want to incorporate it into my meal. Maybe I might make guacamole at home. Okay, so one more question about guacamole though. Some people say avocados taste like butter. Now you're telling me that you've had avocado juice. Do you think avocados taste like butter?
Somebody says tastes like butter. Somebody says it tastes like egg. I don't know. I think
Have you had
avocado is still avocado.
It's just avocado. You never had the avocado like itself before, or it just tastes like avocado to you?
Yeah.
It just tastes like avocado to you. Okay, now moving on, we have France. Beef, I'm not gonna butcher the name, and this is correct as well. So, on this segment, French cuisine, originating from Burgundy region. This one I can read. This dish involves slow braising beef with red wine, onions, carrots, and mushrooms for at least 3 to 4 hours until the meat becomes incredibly tender, infused with a deep aroma of wine. Famed French chef Julia Child once called it one of the greatest representations of French country cooking. Have you had this dish before?
No.
Are you a fan of beef?
French. Yeah, I have tried before, but not particularly this
This
one.
one you can try lah at home. You know when you buy the Chinese New Year gift baskets, they always come with the red wine. Yeah, can try with that sometime because I have a red wine staying at home. My family does not drink. Can use for this. Okay, now moving on to our next one. We have France is done. Thailand green curry. This is correct as well. So green curry, Thailand dish. Thai green curry is known for its use of green chilies, coconut milk, kaffir lime leaves, and Thai basil as key ingredients. I can see the leaves over there. Now, it is usually paired with chicken or seafood. Compared to Indian curry, Thai green curry has a fresher, more citrusy flavor due to the coconut and lime leaves, but it still packs a spicy punch. Do you like Thai food?
Yes. I like all kinds of food actually.
All kinds of food. Right. That leaves us with Buddha jumping over the wall. This is correct as well. So this, let me see what I can dig up for you in our facts chamber. When our staff was Fo Tiao Qiang. When the staff was sharing this to me, I was like, oh, the name is so long. And then they speak the Chinese to me. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. Okay, so Buddha jumps over the wall, or Fo Tiao Qiang, is a famous dish from Fujian cuisine. It's made by slow cooking abalone, sea cucumber, shark fin, fish maw, dried scallops, and chicken, among other premium ingredients. Well, it says here premium, not me, to create a rich and nourishing broth. Now, this dish dates back to the Qing dynasty and is considered a top-tier banquet delicacy. Right, so what do you feel about like all these dishes here? Is there any particular one that you want to try at home sometime?
Actually, I've tried some of this. I've tried
Especially
making
this
the
one,
green
yeah.
curry. Okay, I sell nasi lemak at my cafe. Guacamole, my daughter made for me before.
Ooh.
And I have tried making this Fo Tiao Qiang during Chinese New Year.
One more left.
This one I have not tried.
Can try later. Alright, thank you so much for your time here with us, Vanish. Please, 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 everyone, visit her cafe in Rihanna South. Great dishes. New stuff I've heard that I should go and visit again because the last time I've been there was like 2 years ago. So yeah, thank you for having your time here with us, and I wish you all the best with your cafe.
Thank you for having me here.
Alright, we're gonna be back with us really soon. We're gonna take a break and then it'll be really short, really quick before we get to the end of our episode. So stay with us, we'll be back with you soon. Today's episode was truly inspiring. Through the guest insights and our live cooking demo, we've learned that home cooking can be simple, healthy, and cost-effective. Cooking at home isn't just about saving money. It's about taking control of your health and making choices that benefit both you and the planet. Now, with just a little effort, we can reduce waste, cut down on unnecessary expenses, and enjoy delicious meals filled with love. Now, so why not we start today? If you have easy home-cooked meal ideas, share them with us. Your recipe might just be featured in our very next episode. Thank you so much to our guests for today, for the fantastic discussions, answers to our questions, and thank all of you viewers for tuning in today and learning with us on how cooking can be beneficial for the environment. If you enjoyed today's episode, today's show, don't forget to hit like, follow, and share on this live stream. See you next time, where we will be talking about the importance of recycling in everyday life. Remember, my name's JC, and this was Green Talks. Thank you very much.